Hello everybody and welcome back to Forever and Ever, the Killie Fans podcast. It's episode 8 of season 4 and we're coming to you live from Limelight Studios on the evening that the transfer window is about to slam shut. My name's Paul Montgomery and I'm joined in the studio by Callum Michael Scott. Alright mate?
It's the first pod we've done for God knows how long that you've not had to ask me what episode it is, and for me to go, oh wait, I don't know and
check back on Spotify and I write it down now.
You actually caught me off guard a bit there.
Did I? Because I was so professional and just ready to get straight into it.
Easy as that.
I've been preparing all week. I've been in a good state mentally all weekend. I've found my new pub that I drink in and that's where I go now.
When you go to tell the listeners,
I drink
man.
shooters now. The pool place.
My heart's breaking inside, man.
So I don't want anybody to think that I've turned my back on the pyramid. Quite the opposite. But you can get pints of Mahu and shooters, and this is the truth.
That's a rarity. I don't know anywhere that does do a pint of Mahu.
So on Saturday morning I woke up thinking of Mahu, right? I don't know why. And I was like googling it to see, is there anywhere you can get a pint of that in Ayrshire or Glasgow? And I was like, I'm going to get a pint. I could really go a pint of that. Anyways, my Saturday unfolded, watched the football, etc. Ended up in shooters, which I'd never been in before. And
so that was genuinely the first time you were inside that, aye?
First thing I see, a tap Mahu. Couldn't believe it.
Written in the stars.
So I had 3 or 4 on Saturday, and then I went back in again yesterday, a couple in the afternoon, and watched the Arsenal-Liverpool game.
No, for the Old Firm, no.
No. When I go out for the Old Firm, I sat in the house and watched that. What about you? What was your weekend like?
It was good. Blair was back for Australia, so started in the Pyramid and then just went a week and a pub crawl into the town. But it was good, man.
Nice to see all the lads
Well,
back
it's good,
together.
good reunion. Well, for those that made it.
Oh, right, okay.
They're still healthy numbers.
I thought it was a wee bit spiky. Someday no turn up that was meant to be there.
Nah, but you know what it's like, well, it was a football team, so there was like 30s, you know what I mean? But like, there wasn't 30s at the weekend.
No, listen, such is life.
Lucky to break the double figures, I think.
Oh, was it?
But it was good.
We had a good time. Good, mate. Right, okay, that's enough of that chat. Plenty to get through, as you can imagine. We'll be talking about Motherwell. The draws keep on rolling in. We'll talk about the Motherwell game. There's no game to preview. Scotland are playing though. Maybe talk about Scotland if we can be bothered. If we want to squeeze it in.
Can do a full hour in Steve Clark if you want.
Quite happy to do that. We've got your questions on the X. Alan's Gripe of the Week, obviously. All roads lead to Killie. We've got a wee show and tell as well. Bit of everything. But the main body of the main body of the poddy will of course be Motherwell.
So the most obvious draw out of all the games.
We said it would be a draw, didn't we?
Aye. Still always want to go and back yourself, and as we touched on last week about almost been conditioned into thinking that you no longer can win away. I've taken a bit of exception to a lot of folk, and I can understand it as well because folk are really excited, like try to really get behind the new era and that, which I welcome. But there's been some games folk are under McInnes we don't win that or whatever. We get hammered and all the rest of it, which I don't necessarily agree with. But I do agree on Saturday. The minute we get in 2-1, if that happens last year, or for a matter of fact the last 3 years under McInnes away from him, we don't come back for that. I 100% agree with that. That's really the kind of first result. And I suppose Habs are coincidentally the away games. That is a difference. But folk were saying, Ken, even like the Livy game and that, like we end up losing that. I didn't really buy that. But that on Saturday, going down 2-1 under the circumstances if anything really controversial happened, but it's a real blow, innit? Like after leading the game and going down 2-1 against a team that have these kind of got a lot of plaudits for in that so far this season, you think that you don't come back for that. So the fact that we were able to come out and get a point out of that game was excellent as far as I'm concerned. I was a bit, not so much downbeat. I said I felt better about it last week, but I was annoyed with, the way you could argue dominated the game against Dundee and only came out with a point. So you've said about that, good points and bad points, but Saturday was 100% a good point.
It was, because Motherwell were definitely the better side in every metric, I would say. But it's a good sign to be getting a point for there. And before we actually get into the minutiae of the actual game, 4 points out of this run of games. How far behind or in front do you think we are for the potential 12 in the fixtures? Do you think 4's no far off it?
I think you're looking for about 50%, man. Aye, like you're wanting a couple of wins. I think 6 points for that. Even as far as saying if you turn one of them into a win, then it looks like a good start to the season. But don't get me wrong, pleased with them. You're still unbeaten, but I just think that it's worth noting that, I mean, because folk are like, well, Motherwell have played Rangers. Folk can say what they want about Rangers and Celtic now, but they've still played the Old Firm. We've not played any of the Old Firm in our first 4 games. Of course, that's who we play after the international break, Celtic at home, but I still think that we're probably a couple of points light.
I think we're a point light. I think 5. I'd be pretty pleased with that. That'd have been a win and a couple of draws out of that one. I think if you go to win one of the Livingston or Dundee, and then a point for the other one, and then a point up at Motherwell, I think it's fine. You don't expect the point at Hibs. So I'd say we're just behind. That's what I would say.
When we always speak, it's never the result in isolation. It's the run and everything that surrounds it, and all the circumstances. So that's what I tend to agree. I mean, a point at Fir Park's a good point.
Take it.
Point at Easter Road's a great point. Point in isolation at home to Dundee and Livingston isn't the end of the world, but you're hoping one of them. But we're going over old ground there.
We are, mate.
We've said it time and time again, but fact of the matter for me, the huge positives on Saturday were that we could have easily been dead and buried after conceding that, and Motherwell were kind of over the top of us, but to get ourselves back in and nearly nick it in the end, and it would have been it would have been Dick Turpin
again,
went all over again with that. So but no, I'm pleased.
So let's talk about the game itself then. Obviously quite a few changes to the team. Big Stranger Things comes back in. Anderson starts up front with Daniels. Stackers comes out the team. Brandon's injured, so we shuffle things about there, and Brandon goes to wide in the right, and Thompson comes in to play in the left. So a wee bit of a difference to what we'd been used to, which maybe wasn't a bad thing. I thought maybe needed a wee freshen up, but start the game pretty well, and it's a brilliant goal, mate. I love the move, the wee kind of run across, and the ball gets cut back, and it's a tidy finish and stuff like that. But again, the wee passes of play or something that we've maybe never seen enough of, so it was nice to see that. We bit disappointed with the timing of their goal. Like, you're hoping
you get a half time.
How often do you see it, man?
I know, it's so disappointing. I think that obviously the goalie can do better for the first goal.
Better,
no doubt about that. But over the course, I thought first half we were alright. I thought we looked good in the counter.
Aye.
But we were sitting awfully deep. I thought it was almost at times like we're playing Rangers or Celtic with how deep we sat. But I think you've even seen it with a few ones in the highlights, and the one where Mayo just reads the press perfectly, and he nicks in, intercepts it, and gets us up the line. I kid that there's no end product with it, but I thought that was evidently the game plan, was to sit and soak it up and then hit them quick in the counter. And you've seen passages of that look good. And again, the one thing that we keep saying week after week, you can at least, whether you agree with it or you think it was executed properly, but you can actually see what we're trying to do.
Aye. And I think again, we're obviously just transferred wet, and if anything pops in, our phones will obviously talk about it. Not that it'll matter much difference because it'll be shut by the time you see this tomorrow. But I do think I don't think the squad's brilliant. I would be lying. I said that in the cordon. I think a lot of the signings are much of a muchness. I think they're fine for the standard we're at, but we signed James Brown for Ross County. I can't even be bothered making James Brown jokes.
I see you're going to.
Can't even be bothered.
So you're going to do the impression of him?
Nah, I'm not like that. I'm quiet.
Introvert.
Shy. But what I mean by that is, right, see that guy Brown might turn out to be a very good player for us. No idea. He could sign for us, Dundee, Dunfermline, Inverness, Ross County. Wouldn't matter, you know what I mean? And I think we've got quite a lot of players like that, functional. But at the same time, you look at the bench and it's got a bit about it too. There's experience coming on the park, and I think, I know you're obviously waiting on the likes of Tiffany coming back. Apparently Kennedy will not be ready till next year and stuff like that. But like, I think overall the squad's in alright shape. You know what I mean? I do think we could be doing with a wee bit extra quality. Of course we could, but again, overall ground, how many teams are saying that?
Aye.
You know what I mean? So most teams in the bottom half of the league, and in the probably top 2 or 3 in the championship, will all be saying the same, man. All these guys, it's really, really small kind of margins. So I think we're in alright shape, mate. I really do. And I think, considering where we were in the summer, I took something like this. I think that's where I'm at. I'm going, there's green shoots, there's some nice things happening on the park, and again with the likes of Brannan coming through and Brown doing well, and something a wee bit different in it. So I'm fairly calm at the minute. I'm not excited. That would be wrong to suggest that. I know a lot of folk are, and that's a great thing. I wouldn't say I'm as excited by it, but I'm like, I think we're in alright shape.
Content, man.
Content.
So I absolutely agree with that. I think that it's a massive squad turnover, new style, new manager, all the stuff that we've been saying. So I think that's fine. I just think that we're a couple of points I'd feel a lot more comfortable with a wee win in there, but don't get me wrong, you're happy with that kind of run of fixtures to go unbeaten. It's just, but I think it was actually, well, Martin had a good start on the Killie View. I think the amount of draws across the league in general, we
said that.
So is it us, Rangers and Motherwell
drawn other games,
all games, which is just insane when you consider that, and what a chunk of the fixtures that's taken up. So time and time again, keep saying it, there's absolutely nothing in this league. So hence, if we can put a couple of wins together, all of a sudden the conversation maybe talks, we're in the driving seat for their top 6 place. Kind of St Mirren keep drawing games and all the rest of it, so there's just absolutely nothing in it. And again, we'll not see really anything take shape to usually, well, we spoke on here saying we'll not check the league table into Killie Halloween, but I think your thought will be on Christmas before you actually see
for it all settles down, man. So it's a natural wee checkpoint, I suppose, because it's the international break and you're looking at the kind of start we've made, and we're in the quarter-final of the Cup, which is great, and we're unbeaten in the league, even though there's a caveat against that, it's all draws. But so we'll see where we go. A couple of observations I wanted to make before we crack on, mate, about the game on Saturday. One observation comes for myself, and one comes for friend of the pod, Sean Maddox, that I'm going to read out after I make my first observation, and then we'll go to the other questions and stuff like that. But I don't like that strip.
You know,
I can't have that, mate. It's too blue. It doesn't look like you're watching Killie. I wouldn't mind as much if I thought it was white socks.
Aye.
But it seems to be we're going blue all the time. It's too blue.
Aye. As you will.
Too blue and a red number. Come on, man. That's not a Killie strip.
You made that point right at the beginning, say that St Johnson thought.
Aye.
So I can see where you're coming from.
Too blue. I wouldn't mind if we fire the white shorts on, white socks even. I'll give that a pass. I actually wouldn't mind if it was all reversed. See, everything that's blue, if that was white, the other way around about. Aye. I would say that was more Killie-ish. Just too blue. Well, we need to go into that, didn't we? And listen, I'm no issue with Hummel. I don't want to make this personal.
Aye, because you like the Hummel kits.
I think the Hummel kits have been great. And I don't actually mind the tap on its end. I think this the actual top's nice enough.
Needs backed up, man.
It's got to be backed up with white.
Aye.
Blue and white.
Well, because that's the thing, like, even though last year wasn't the best of seasons, but I preferred last season's tap.
I mean, you can't go wrong with last season's tap.
Aye, it's
equal
just
parts blue and white.
So neat and as
so
you said, Killie-ish, but that, as far as I'm concerned, that's what I look for, the white shorts and socks. Right,
and I'm going to make it that I'm going to read this other observation that Sean sent me, and I was going to anonymise this, but I've just decided to use his name.
Named and shamed him now.
I hope that's alright. Okay, right, you ready for this? And I want your honest opinion on it, mate.
Aye.
So I think it is a wee bit. So we don't want to be controversial on here, but I think if people are coming forward with things like this and the support, then they need to be talked about. I'm embarrassed to share this on the Twitter page because it sounds like the ramblings of a madman, but this is where my brain went during a boring patch of play last Saturday. Every time I see him, I can't help but notice how much Stuart Kettlewell resembles a duck. His body shape and the way he walks stroke waddles. He's got quite a big bum, and he seems to naturally lean forward. Then during a boring bit of play, I thought of the duck song with the lemonade stand, but where the duck continuously asks for grapes when all they sell is lemonade, and the man at the stand becomes increasingly frustrated with the duck, and it made me wonder, if Kettlewell was a duck and he waddled up to the lemonade stand, would he ask for lemonade or grapes?
One of the great questions.
And we've had a few messages like that, people asking about that, and I don't know if it's what folk are talking about now, but I thought that needed brought up.
Well, there is a Killie connection there. Did they not use that duck thing as for an announcement video?
Ah, right, okay.
Maybe sure that's why it's as well. Because I didn't know what
swirling about
what that was.
Food blender that is Sean's brain.
I can actually see how he
is ducky, isn't he?
He manoeuvres like a duck.
A goth duck.
Goth duck.
What was that? What was he called? Count Duckula.
Aye. Well,
Count Duckula.
And Killie, of course, as well has the forward-thinking attacking duck.
Attack
as well.
Duck, aye, that's right. So
we're just putting it out there now. We can absolutely ditch the squirrels, mate, and get them replaced with ducks.
That's it. Speaking of which, when I was going up the town on Saturday, I seen them all on their motorbikes going up to Fir Park.
So he did,
including Captain Conker, who was sitting at
in the wee sidecar
in the full gear. And obviously, when I seen them, I didn't know I was going to pass them. Just look, I think there's a question about it. But you should have seen the faces of the people who were stood next to me at the traffic lights.
Aye, like appalled.
Being like,
well, what's going on
here?
I saw I think it was a tweet or something on the Facebook pages about that, just like, and again it was Captain Conker, and somebody being like, if you didn't know anything about football, you'd be like,
what is happening here? It's obviously been a heavy night that you've had, team. What is happening here? But so that was great. They raised $1,200,000. So absolutely tremendous,
outstanding. So no, massive well done to everybody.
Absolutely brilliant. So what I wanted to do before we move on to the Twitter questions, etc., etc. Grade, give me a grade, mate, for the start of the season that we've made. We've had 4 league games. We've got through our League Cup group. We're in the quarter final. Signings, bit of context. Where are you grading it, mate?
See, I'm harsh, man.
Nothing wrong with being harsh.
See, I'm flaunting in between a B- and a C.
Aye, I think they're both fair.
Aye.
Go B-, eh?
Aye. Be a bit more positive. And that is me not saying things are bad. I'm just like, it's fine.
Aye.
Fine, you're passing, mate. Everyone's all right. It's getting you something to build on.
Aye, that's right. Aye,
done all right in your prelims, and it's ready for the main exams.
For the real thing. Aye. So I think we're plodding along just nice. And so that was Big Stanger that got the equaliser. It's a howler for the keeper, innit? It's pretty poor.
And I know Dees is a bit cute, but it's never near enough to make a goal.
Motherwell manager saying he thought it was a come on, man.
No chance, man. Because I remember, and I've not seen it again since. And there's obviously a wee bit of contact, but I'm never having that. That was a good thing, because when you saw it in real time, you're thinking, oh no, the goalie's dropped it, somebody's went in him.
You're automatically waiting on VAR.
And the minute you saw it come back, you're like, no, that's not. We're fine. We've got the goal. So, no, fair play. Good ball in for Mail and all on it. Just like kind of hitting hope into an area, but it was exactly what we needed. Ask questions of the goalie, mate.
That's what we've got to do.
And he's certainly not got a B- after that.
He's
failing his prelims, mate.
He's not. Speaking of goalies, Big McCrory, what's the story?
Nice.
Off to Denmark, No worked.
It's such a strange one, because we were on here last year thinking that's exactly the type of signing that we should be making now. Like, quite ambitious, you could say. You're obviously getting somebody who's contract with Rangers, coming to Killie, local, fair. It's just a shame. Just think he's never been able to get gone, even on starts for the friendly at Somerset.
That's right, aye.
And he makes a howler that night, which is the last thing you want, is a goal in your debut.
And never really settled.
And see, the worst it is, I thought he was coming on to a game again, and then he gets that injury at Parkhead.
That's the one that sticks out to me. I thought I knew that night, this isn't going to work, because he was starting to perform a bit better and get that confidence. Then he get his.
It's a shame.
Cheek broken.
Of course, we wish him well, man. Again, no through any faulty effort, and you don't want him to come. Like, everybody goes with your kind of best wishes at Killie, unless you're Stuart Finlay, Derek McInnes, etc.
Except for the big, huge, long list of folk that don't.
Aye, but that's the thing. It's just a shame that it's never worked for him. We all knew the warning signs were there. Like, no warning signs. His future was written on the wall when you're bringing in 2 new goalies.
Aye.
Everybody knew, and I know that they tried to protect him and say, oh no, it's still there to compete, but you're going and signing Stryek, who you knew was going to be your number one. And as we said, we're not going to let Eddie Beach is anything outstanding, but you're thinking he's not coming all the way up for down the road to come and be third choice goalie.
No, I don't even go on the bench. Aye, okay, mate. Right, so I'll go over to the questiones.
Aye, go for it, man. Or do you want to do your show and tell first?
Alright, I'll do my show and tell first. So what I've got here is, and we get an incredible show and tell from Mark Fletcher via WhatsApp, which would be much more entertaining than this.
It's where the lawyers are now. They need to go through things.
Aye, libels.
So we need to wait for that to clear before
we can maybe bring some of the things in. But so what I've decided to bring in is when Taylor was the mascot. So this isn't going way back to 2016, first game of the year, 2 each draw at home to Hearts. So I made this up for him to put up on the wall.
That's so sweet, man.
But now he's too cool for all that, so he doesn't have it. But he obviously kept it. He keeps it under his bed.
Aye.
Which is nice enough. So there he's wee float. He had the away strip on. He had the black away strip. You can see him there, up in the corner.
I really liked that away kit. Thought it was cool.
So that was so cute, and there's a really cute video on my phone of him running about the park and all that. Killie mascot right now. That's what he says. And we drew 2 each. He says his favourite players are Josh McGuinness and Chris Boyd.
So,
you ever heard of any of they two?
Of course.
I know Boydie's become a very controversial figure over the last few years, but I did think he was funny on Sky Sports when he disappeared.
And
Bruce got the 6th goal and just a cardboard cutout.
I
thought, right, I need to give him that one. Right, the team, they want to hear the Killie team that day?
Yes.
Jamie McDonald in goals, friend of the pod. David Syme. Richard Ashcroft, that'll be centre half. Conrad Ballatoni, Kevin McHattie, Craig Slater, Smith. Who will that be?
Stevie Smith.
Stevie Smith, of course, captain.
Not of course your
No,
cousin.
the Stevie Smith. Topi Obadiah, Adam Frizzle, Greg Kiltie, Josh McGuinness, and subs were Boyd and McKenzie.
And did you say that Topi was one of the best of them as
Topi
well?
was brilliant with him.
Aye.
He was class. Absolutely loved him. So I've got the signed programme there. And
Jamie
stuff like
Hamill
that.
on the front.
Jamie Hamill, aye. It was a Jamie Hamill derby, wasn't it?
Aye. Sam
So,
Nicholson.
Nice memories, man. And then all of us. 1 minute they're the Killie mascot, the next they're a plaster with a coon. So
Aye.
life comes at you
First
quick.
pay this week,
First
yeah?
pay, first digs. Got a new Jake on.
That's it.
Cheers, sir. You ever mascot? No.
No.
No, neither was that.
I was supposed to get it for my 21st, but I just decided.
Right, it's not too high. 30 this year, son.
Hopefully, mate.
Might happen,
Hopefully.
that would be nice.
No,
wouldn't
actually, believe it or not, never mascot nor ball boy.
it? No.
Nah.
You couldn't be trusted that close to the park. You'd
Nah,
be going
so-
mental.
So, aye, what about you?
Oh, God, no.
No?
No, I never even went to the games.
Nah.
I'm not even that much a Killie fan. Heard any rumours of any signings? Anything come through on your phone?
Well,
check?
I've not checked anything yet, but the boy for Cardiff that they were linked
Aye,
to,
aye, aye.
apparently there actually was something in that.
Right.
But
Is that as far as you know?
aye, but there's nothing in it yet. And I've seen earlier somebody said we were linked with some defender for Sunderland or something like that.
Oh, right.
But seems we're a bit top heavy there.
I've had a message through.
Oh, have you?
Aye. Nigel Hasselbank on loan for Inter Miami.
What?
No? Does that not seem likely?
Nigel Hasselbank.
We've got one of the Paixão twins who's been
But, aye,
spotted in Morrison's.
Flavio and Marco.
Flavio. Oh, I think he's got an interview for the Deli counter. Osman Sow. Somebody says they've spotted Osman Sow the day.
Is that with the
Quick fit. Billy Mehmet. He's signing.
Billy Mehmet? Remember his celebration? Huh?
No, what was it?
He used to just do like some kind of weird thing with his horns and he scored it.
That was kid. Do that again.
No, it was the oddest thing. I don't know what it was. He was in. It was like Raven or something.
Really
like that,
cool, man. Billy, if you're listening, what was the dance you did?
Did he not end up going out to like Turkey or something like that?
Aye. Dennis Mehmet, that's his brother.
He used to make me feel sick, man. just did it out, man. As a
What, he's signing? Just had a message. Right, we're ready for the Twitter. Let's go and do
not
it.
a sign in with a board member with the eyes looking up.
Oh, aye, I know. That was some night, wasn't it?
To then be left with Osman
Sow.
And now here he is, 7 years later, and quick fit.
Life comes out.
6 years.
What an upgrade. Right. Killie View podcast. What's your thoughts on Daniels?
And is that it?
No, there's more.
I was going to say,
Gets goals and good link-up play, but his hot head gets the better of him. Felt he cost us the second half in an attacking sense, as Ketts has to keep in mind that of the yellow. In hindsight, would Marley have been the better sub at half-time, considering how well he did?
Well, on a separate note, I was happy to see Marley come on.
It was. I thought he looked good enough.
Again, we do love him. Hopefully, I mean, it looks like he's no going out the way, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully there's a wee stake to claim for him there to get going for the rest of the season, because we know that if he is fit and firing, then he's
he can definitely help us.
He's just indifferent to the other strikers. Daniels, it's a strange one because I do like him, but he's never got to be like, he's not got to come and completely wrap it up and think, oh, where's this guy been? Like, you can see elements of why we've signed him and thought, oh, he looks a player, and then there's other bits that are equally as frustrating. Fact of the matter is, though, he scores a goal, you know what I mean? And it's funny because you said you thought he was been quite lazy.
Aye, annoyed me a wee bit.
Whereas usually I think he actually
Puts
runs
himself about,
when
aye.
he's like pressing, but it seemed to maybe not carry that on. But he was a red card waiting to happen.
Oh, he was, aye. But he scores again, so like you say, you've just got to take it. Alexander Marchi gets in touch and says, do you think that Bruce Anderson will get a run in the team, or will Kettlewell switch back to Dackers and Daniels? Thought he was decent in the minutes versus Dundee and should have scored, and a good against Well.
You take that one.
A wee bit disappointed with Anderson, I'll be honest, but again, I don't know if it's his kind of game. I don't know. Anderson feels to me like your third choice striker. I just think he just feels like that. He just doesn't feel like the guy that's going to play all the time. I think he's better off coming off the bench because he is busy. He is a good finisher, I think, but I don't personally think he's the guy you go to and start every week.
It's
That's
such
my
a strange
own
one.
opinion.
I think particularly the way that we're set up, it doesn't suit him because. And he works, so you know what I mean.
He certainly works,
he's no late, but where you want him is in the box.
Aye.
That's where he comes alive a wee bit. And I know he should score against Dundee with that he did, but he's one of the only ones that's getting on the end of that. But so that's why I tend to agree now that probably coming off the bench when you need a goal is where he is, because that's when you're more likely to be a bit more direct.
Aye,
and try to get the ball.
Drop to him in the box.
And I think that he's your, if you want a chance to 40 him, it is him, to be honest. But I just think with everything else that's going on, I'm no 100% on board with what you said last week. I don't think that the team I think we'll still see changes until it gets settled, because there's just so much air stuff. I don't think we've got enough width, and it's funny with the Killie View question there, because I really agree with Martin, the point he made. Even though Brannon's natural position's right wing back, I think we've been getting a lot more out of him on the left. I think even when he's been over to cover the right hand side, when Brandon's had to come off in that, he almost fades out the game a wee bit. Like, I think for some reason that kind of left wing back role is really suited him in an attacking sense.
I wonder if he'll end up playing in the middle of the park.
Well, that's where he can
That's
play.
where he is, aye. So I don't know. I've got a feeling
him and Watson in there,
Watson and Lyons or something like that might end up the three, or I don't know. I want to see Lowry in the team, man, but then you've got McGuinness too, who's obviously a football player. Just you need to manage his minutes. But I don't know. I'm with you. I think there'll be big. I still think there'll be changes in that team, and we'll know until maybe November or something what the actual kind of starting 11's going to be. Right, Captain Conker. Hope you had a lovely time out in your wee sidecar. The first ever squirrel to drive down the M74.
Did he have a helmet on?
Did he nothing? Shocking. And he asks, with previous transfers, Calvin Ramsey, Tom Wilson-Brown, James Balagizi and the wee legend Luke Chambers be used better under the management now? I don't think you'd use Tom Wilson-Brown any better than he was used.
Nah, we're talking about our transfer deadline show. Remember we were the ones that were able to break that news.
That's why we had no done it the night, because nobody would top that.
Nah, that's just, that was it. That was our Everest, mate. Tom Wilson-Brown signing.
Ramsey,
as I said before, there's just something odd with that.
Something off there,
I think that, and it's not me saying the guy can walk in water or anything, but I think that if you just consistently played him, he would have been a value to the team. I know that he's had a couple of failed loan spells, but even in the wee cameos that he had, you could definitely see that he's got something.
That was a weird one. Balagizi, we were doing quite well. I liked him doing. Chambers was good, wasn't he?
Aye, Chambers was very good.
If you was each other's agents, what would your pitch be to get the club to sign you? So you're my agent, right, and you want me to get a move to Killie. What are you saying? What are you saying to the kit?
Very industrious left back. Good part in the dressing room, I know. Wise old head. Play both feet, I know. Can you? Aye. But most of your left represented the district team as well. Him and Stephen Naismith had a rivalry against each other.
Aye.
No, one's went on.
Ackermount and Tap.
Aye, exactly. So, aye, passionate. Probably too passionate.
Right, and you might have bigged me up.
Aye.
Right, okay. So I would say, right, you need to, what I'm saying is you need to get this boy Scott in, build your team round about him. And I've been watching your patterns of play. I know that he's play with two wide men bombing on. This is your quarterback. This man's diags unbelievable. His knees are away. Right, sort of like McGuinness.
Pre up tomorrow, mate.
But have you actually?
Aye, generally.
But I think you've got the McGuinnesses about you. You've got this quality to be at a much higher level, but your injuries. So I think you've got to get this guy on a pay-as-you-play deal, man.
That's so kind, man.
What a football player.
Just need 10 folk that's willing to run about us as well.
Aye, well, you don't need to run. And you've got the quality that you've got. So that's what I would say. And again, one of the nicest people in the world.
I don't know about that, man.
No, that's true, mate.
No,
and loyal to a folk, because they want to come to shooters for a pint with me because they how much love the pyramid. Right, Chrissy Kimmett, who was another good football player in his day actually. How long does it take for it to become a poor run if we draw a few more? Well, strange one bringing in Brown. Ross County loser boy as predicted. And do we still have hope for Blair Spittle? So when does it become a poor run?
Well, it was a kind of topic last week, wasn't it?
Aye.
If we can go invincible all season and stay up, man.
It's a good season.
Documentaries made about this team, man. But I agreed. Like, I think that, I mean, we've got to start winning soon, don't we? James Brown.
Loser boy. Guys, not the chance. Ross County loser boy. Jesus, come on.
It's funny, there was an extract of his Wikipedia page. Like, if you obviously go and look up, I don't know, Dennis Bergkamp in Wikipedia, there'll be, it's not just your usual career, early life, done references at the bottom. There'll be a wee section saying style of play.
Aye, of course.
James Brown's got one in his Wikipedia, which I was shocked at. So I think that he must have done that himself, or his agent. Maybe that was a pitch that got him into Killie,
right.
But apparently a very attacking-minded wing back who can use both feet.
Let's see it, Jamesy boy. We're looking forward to it. David Hanna, friend at Pod. Can't think of any many questions that you won't already cover, so this can be your ad break to promote the Patreon.
Oh.
Very kind, mate. Thank you. Extra podcast a week if you fancy it. The Killie away chat was terrific, and I'm still working on my list. So cheers, guys. I done a wee Patreon a couple of weeks ago on your favourite ever away day, and the replies on it are brilliant.
Aye.
There's some really brilliant stuff on there.
It's excellent. So, and we'll have a few of them to read out after when we record the Patreon.
We will indeed.
Won't we, man?
AHT, another friend of the pod, based on
Legend.
a previous mahogany coloured manager's form, would we have had more than 4 points this season at this stage? I'd suggest he would have probably beaten Livy, drew as usual with Dundee, and lost the 2 away games. Livy and Dundee are poor points, but Well and Hibs are 2 excellent ones.
Well, exactly what I've said.
Probably
because,
right, innit?
And again, because of how we've been told and conditioned for the last few years, because of that away record, because I was disappointed with how we played on Saturday. I thought we were poor, I thought Motherwell looked good, but I came out thinking, right, that's a right good point. And see, to be fair, see if you're a Motherwell fan now, with everybody raving about how good you've been and this, that and the next thing, but you've still not won a game, how would you feel?
How are you feeling? Aye, they do look decent though. Right, so we got a message in from McStee, who had a really nice chat with the other day, and he's got an interesting story as a Killie fan, but I appreciate all the messages, mate, and I enjoyed the chat. So he writes in and saying this is obviously very on point, very Timaeus because of the fixture at the weekend. Are Old Firm supporters ever really happy?
Aye.
This is what he asks. If they win, the fans shrug their shoulders because they were expected to win, and if they draw or lose, they are raging. As a provincial club, are we not in the beautiful position as a constant underdog, and it's never nailed on that we're going to win, where a league win is tremendous and a draw against is sometimes a cause for celebration. Even in defeat we can take positives from individual players' performances. Look ahead. Am I wrong, or does supporting Rangers not just sound, supporting Celtic or Rangers not just sound quite miserable all the time?
Aye, it's a pretty good point, particularly supporting Celtic now, I think.
The one that really got me last year with Celtic was when they had their get together after winning the league at Merchant City, and I spoke to somebody that was at it, and I was like, oh good, and they were like, I was alright.
Aye.
I'm like, we're bored.
I know.
You're bored winning the fucking league, man.
Aye, it's
so
I tend to agree. I think you should probably ask Rangers fans would have a completely different answer for you, considering everything that they've had to endure for the last 10 years or so. But I think that, particularly with Celtic, I just, and you're seeing that we haven't mentioned him a few times, Ebo, on the podcast. He's always very sensible as a Celtic fan, so he's always arguing with other boys in the chat who are going nuts about everything that's happening now. He's like, both things can be true, by the way. So the board are like not been ambitious enough, but the same way, like, shit happens. Like, it's just the sense of entitlement's mental. But I can understand, because they obviously want to get to that next level, and whatever, like, the investment net spend is what you're hearing all the time. Whether that's been to the supporters, like, met their expectations, is evidently not been happening. But fact of the matter is, completely dominated Scottish football for years and years, and it now feels so alien to me, because I've been of, like, my kind of late adolescence, like, it's just been Celtic, you know what I mean? We've may have spoken about this on the Patreon a few times. Like, younger folk sometimes will not ever be able to remember, like, a title race and, like, Ichi Peachy, O'Neill versus McLeish, and this, that and the next thing. So football is just on the way out, man. I've told you that.
Shite, innit?
I've told you that.
Football is shite. Ali Niven gets in touch. Who's going to finish top goal scorer this year? And if the SPFL brought in an all-star game with one player for each side, who would be your selection for the Killie team, and why?
Well, that's probably
so. Who will be the Killie's top goal scorer this year?
Daniels.
I'd probably lean towards Daniels too.
Aye.
So it's an all-star league game. Who are you putting in for Killie?
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Who do you think represents his best?
Oh no, wait, it's actually not a tough one for me.
No,
it's got to be Watson.
Aye. Watson. Aye.
And
we love David Watson.
I'm so look at the pass for the goal, and that's showing that he does have that in his locker. That he's not just.
That's been a big positive this season. Watson, isn't it?
Definitely is, and the Ket is doing what we've said, man. He's starting to kind of build a team around him.
Build a team around about him. Right, Christy Sykes, hello mate. If Aberdeen's Fletcher Boyd is joining Villa for £1 million, does this mean that Ben Brannan is worth at least £5 million? And Cole Burke and Xander Craig are both highly rated but can't get games at the teams they're on loan to. Why is this? Is there an attitude problem? I've absolutely no idea, which is no much help to you there, Chris, but never met the boys.
No, it's...
Can't comment.
Again, it's so frustrating when you're seeing this, but fact of the matter, Cole Burke's only about 16, 17.
Very, very young. Where is he, Queen of the South?
Aye, still
like
really
a
young.
standard, the top of the league, I know.
Aye, he's really young, but again, you just start to kind of... They'll be looking at Brannan now wrapping up there and thinking, how far does he need to be to get to that? And where even is Craig to now, man? I can't even think, man.
Annan or something like that, is it?
Wait, so he is, aye. Because, I mean, he was the one that everybody was excited about a couple of years ago. And when he ended up staying after it looked like he was gone, but I think even a few folks said that he looked really, really good in the 19s Cup final last year. Moving up to Kiltie, and saying that Kenny's got the size and all that as well. But you just hope that one of these boys goes out on loan and rips it up well there, so you know that they're ready to come back. Aye.
Well, Bobby Wales kind of done that, didn't he? Went and done really well on loan at Alloa, and it helped him. Fletcher Boyd, £1 million to Villa. Ben Brannan must be worth £5.
Correct.
He must be. I totally agree. Graham Johnston, hello mate. Thinking about the football of my childhood after last week's season book chat. Is streaking a dying art? I've seen a few in my time, including one memorable one in the Code at St Johnstone, but none for donkeys. Somebody should bring it back and give us all a laugh. I don't see streaking in it.
I know, that was weird, wasn't it?
It was a strange phenomenon, that.
Early noughties.
I'll just take all my clays off and run across this park.
I mean,
what an unusual pastime.
Have you seen one in the flesh?
Have I seen one in the flesh? I don't think so.
And I'm not talking about the Ricky Parker or anything like that.
I've seen a few, aye. Seen on the Sundays that you used to run.
But
folk running late for the game.
But it's weird. It just
let's see.
Very of its time.
Aye, it was back in the 90s, man. Nobody did internet. You need it to get your kicks somewhere. Tommy Calderwood gets in touch. Not a point, but a random question. Outside Rangers and Celtic, what players would you love to see in a Killie jersey or a Killie dugout from last season to now? Sort of unsung hero type and more like realistic. So mine would be the boy McKenzie for Aberdeen or Beningame for Hearts. So MD impressed you out with?
Well, I'll let you go. You love that boy from Motherwell, didn't you?
What boy?
Don't know. The guy said...
the guy just? Aye, I don't think he looked really good. Aye. No, my favourite I've seen, it's probably no realistic, was Triantis that was playing with Hibs.
Aye, he's good, isn't he?
Loved him. Thought he had it all. Physical, could pass it, strong in the tackle. The Hibs have got a few good players. That boy Bowie looks good too.
He's class, isn't he?
So, I actually really like Junior Hoylett too.
Again, he's one of the guys, isn't he? Like, he just carries got a bit of class about him.
Aye.
Can trust him. He always put in a decent ball. It's not always. He's dead tidy, man.
What about the big boy that plays up front for Livingston?
That big Robbie.
Aye, Muir, he done it. What about him?
Bring him home, man.
Bring him home.
But he's already pissed off the Killie fans this season, isn't he?
He replied to my Instagram the other night. I felt quite cool.
What was it?
He said nostalgia's an illness.
Did he?
He did, which was a throwback to the name of the episode the week before.
Yes.
Gordon Bell, we've reached Ket's first international break. How would you rate his performance thus far? We've already done that. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Early to judge the transfers, but looks a mixed bag. An unbeaten league run and into the quarters of the cup, so won't grumble, but 0 league wins is a tad disappointing. You've
summarised well.
Very well, Gordon. You've just used the numbers metric and we went with the letters. Taylor Day, hello Taylor. Another pleasing draw, but still we're waiting for the first win of the season. But we've become the unbeatables of 2025, which is a good start to the season. I'm happy with Stanger's goal and performance. A call up for New Zealand would be amazing.
That would
be very cool, wouldn't it?
I love Taylor's messages, man.
Very positive.
Well, he needs to come up with a nickname for Stanger.
Nickname for Stanger, please, Taylor. But that would be great. International recognition is always a good thing. We've obviously got a few with the under 21s and Lions still in the Northern Ireland squad, which is class. MD gets in touch and says, absolutely thrilled that we're unbeaten in the league this season, however raging that we haven't won a game. Is the fact that we've drawn 4 games out of 4 a sign that we're a good team that's hard to beat or a bad team that's unable to win?
Well, that's the... It's a dilemma,
it's
mate.
$1 million question, mate. It's right in the middle as it stands.
And this ain't answering it either. I just think that we're average, man. I think that's exactly. And you're
literally
seeing that. I don't think that we're going to ever be amazing this year. But that's not to say that I think that we're shite either. I mean, I just think that we'll be there or thereabouts.
Suits me, mate. Gavin Hilson gets in touch a lot. I'm not one for praising the opposition, but how easy they were Motherwell at the weekend. Thought the game as a spectacle was entertaining, and that we did well to hang in there and grind out a draw. Marley's cameo was great too. My glass is still half full. I think Motherwell are going to be fun to watch, mate. Definitely this season. Galak gets in touch. Does Killie's recruitment supercomputer run off Windows 95? Because I'll tell you what, I'm sick of signing no-mark jobbers. We need to get better in this department. Surely we're in the same bracket wage-wise as the likes of Well, and their players just look a lot better than us.
That's an interesting point, man, for Galak.
So I think Motherwell have more money than us.
They do, because of the Lennon Miller signing, sale. Sorry, so I can see that, but historically and ordinarily, yes, I agree, because like Motherwell really, well, them, St Mirren, us, Dundee must all have about the same budget.
Must
You know what I mean?
be-ish.
So, and we've also, folk don't like it, but the pitch goes against us as
Definitely
well.
goes
And
against
that's
us.
definitely.
And you said Motherwell's pitch was beautiful
Aye,
on Saturday.
remember that used to look like
I
as
know,
well, man.
aye, done a good job with it. Right, James gets in touch and says, what type of goal do you prefer? A long range stunner like Ben Brannan, or a fast flowing one touch team goal like the goal v Motherwell?
The second one,
Can have both.
You can have both. Well, the second one doesn't happen as often to a Killie team, so it seems more like a rarity. And that's not me saying that we score 25-yard screamers every week, but you could probably list off a lot of long range kind of goals that stand out. Whereas when you think of like team goals, and the only one I can really think of pressure on me right off the top of my head was that one at Inverness, where Killie dinks the goal. That was a brilliant goal. Like, but that was like the top of the
Peak.
top, man. Try to think, obviously under Kenny and Mixu, again, you can see what they're doing, the patterns they play. When we won at Ibrox, when Dean Shield scores, that's actually quite an underrated goal for not only the finish but the move before it. The way they knock it about. Gary Hay plays a brilliant ball in behind, Heffernan cuts it, stuff like that. So I don't know.
I'm a team goal.
Aye.
I like that better. I think anybody can score a screamer, really.
Do you think?
But aye, any professional football player's got the ability to fire one in for 30 yards, but not every team can do that. So I was leaning towards that. I was thinking, I know we've spoke about this goal a million times, but the cup final goal, it's great.
Again, it's one of the ones, because of the significance of it winning the cup, that almost doesn't get the credit.
Aye.
Because it wouldn't matter if it was horrendous and bubble, the goal would still mean every bit as much. But you're right, the way that goes from one box to the other,
Just unfolded.
against Celtic,
Great
as well,
to watch.
You know what I mean?
But I will say, with regard to Ben Brannan's goal specifically,
That's
in a
not everybody
different
can do that.
level. Aye, like Powell scored a screamer up at Fir Park and all that. Ken, great. But I think most players in the squad could do that, but don't know. Not everybody can do it, but Brannan did.
Aye.
That was really special. Gunnar Vance, the most handsome man this side of the equator.
Especially now that we're in his territory, man.
Is that right?
Aye.
Maybe that's why I feel handsomer.
Aye.
Alright lads, daylight robbery in that second half. I was glad to get out of there with a point. In spells we looked really good on the ball, like for Daniels' goal, but we can't keep it up for a full 90 minutes. Anyway, I'm off to Copenhagen, buzzing for Celtic, my first 3 points. Off to Copenhagen.
That's it, man. Follow Scotland and Killie everywhere.
Superb. Hope he's got his credit card with him. Dear hole, the old Copenhagen, as many people will know for watching us there last year.
You loved it, didn't you?
I had a really good time in Copenhagen, but with distance I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I did.
Alright.
Nah.
What's changed that reflection?
Just being in other places.
Stop going on about Portugal, mate.
No Portugal, Vienna.
Aye.
I really preferred Vienna. Aye.
What about Malmo, mate?
Not much happening in Malmo. But Copenhagen was alright, but I just think you could do it in like a day and a half.
Aye.
It's enough. We were there for 3 days, and I think by the third day,
Aye, you're ready for him.
you're just like. I mean, I think it would be a mate. Probably if I could pick anybody to live, it would be Copenhagen.
Aye.
Unbelievable standard of living.
Mate.
Great transport and all that. But I have a great time, mate, and hopefully Scotland come back with some points for us, man.
Do you think that that's maybe exaggerated your opinion of Vienna because you were there for such a short period of time? Remember with your flights and that?
It's a fair point and something I'll really need to consider.
Because I think about things, mate.
I'll talk to Melanie about that.
between that surface.
I'll speak to my wife and get back to you next week. The apple tree, do you prefer to have 4 points through 1 win, 2 losses and a draw, or 4 draws?
4 draws still.
And did you see Dom
Still
Thompson noising up the Well fans at full time?
No, but I heard with it.
That's good.
Good
I like that.
He had a good game.
I thought it was good.
Aye.
Yep, much better. Killie Biker gets in touch. Ryan Harper, no a question, guy. Just wanted to say hello and hope you're both well, you two, mate. And it was brilliant to be part of Monty's ride out on Saturday. I saw you and Faith at the lights, Monty. Just aye. So me and Faith were there when they went by.
It's a legend, isn't it, Vic?
I love the guy to bits, honestly. Alan Bowie gets in touch. Alibaba, do you think today's transfer deadline will see anyone coming in to hit the same heights as the excitement that Thomas Wilson-Brown brought last year on your live deadline day special? That's why we never get recommissioned, mate, for the live deadline day special.
No,
we couldn't bring the action.
No.
But so Ross Dobson, mate of mine for what's just message saying that there does look to be something in this boy for Cardiff. Kettlewell tentatively eyeing a loan deal.
Oh, interesting.
So possibly
There we go.
that would be exciting, wouldn't it?
You and Peyton's your man.
Theo Bear. Right, and the last one is for John Reid, who says, do we have enough firepower? And I've suggested by KC we don't add any more at the top end today. We could be doing with another striker, I think, just to freshen it up. But you're right, I was going to say that.
I know. Well, as you said earlier, every team in the league is always looking for that extra bit of quality.
Absolutely.
You're even seeing Celtic looking at that now. So, if we're able to, you want to score goals, mate.
You want to score goals, mate. That's why we're in for Big Osman So again. So right, we'll head over to do the gripe of the week shortly. But obviously, you may have noticed that we're coming to you in live and glorious Technicolor. This is some of the money that you guys put into the Patreon and at KillieCon, so we just thought we'll just fire it all straight back in. So here we are in this beautiful thing. We're interested, if you're interested in bringing a sponsor on board, so if you want your business name right there next to Forever and Ever Killie podcast, you can give us a shout and we'll talk about it. So the reason we're saying this is because we see other football teams doing it.
Aye.
Their podcasts get it, and so if you're a local business, you're starting up or you want to get your name out there and stuff like that, come on and be our partner at the Forever Ever Killie podcast, and we can talk, and then you could have your beautiful thing up there. Maybe there I could wear a t-shirt. Get Gunnar Vance to model your t-shirt.
Well, that is something that we can arrange, man.
Aye, so I were thinking about taking a sponsor on board, so have a word with us if you fancy it, or you know somebody that might be interested. Very captive audience, loads of views, loads of interactions. We'll get your name out there, so give us a shout if you fancy it.
Get in touch, folks.
There you go, the ultimate salesman. Right, what will we do first? The gripe.
Aye, go to be the gripe.
Right, Alan's gripe of the week. Are we ready? This is an absolute cracker. This one's,
I think one that everybody
I think everybody's on board here.
Not
right?
only does this guy hit the nail on the head with things like the cost of living crisis, this almost feeds into it as well.
I think it does, right? So it's time for Alan's gripe of the week. Right, where do I start? This is really annoying, guys. When is a packet of crisps not a packet? I certainly don't want to buy a packet full of air. The bags have got smaller. I opened one and I counted less than 300 crisps. So I think that sounds like a big packet, but anyway.
Aye, that must be a typo.
Must be a typo. Must be 30 crisps.
300, man.
300 is pretty decent. I mean, nearly £1 for a bag of Walkers, and it's less than half full. Even the multi-packs these days are a joke. You pick them up and they've got more air in them than Nigel Farage. Over $2.50 for 6 bags, which are not even half full, and this is happening to most products. This has got to stop. Come on, crisp companies, get a grip and give us our crisps back. Save our crisps, save our crisps. I want to eat a full bag of crisps, not hot air.
Well said, Alan.
Well said, Al.
And well enunciated for you.
Favourite crisp?
Aye, it's a loaded question, that, man.
Right.
But what do you mean?
If you were going into a shop on the way home,
Aye, so just
to
like
buy yourself a packet of crisps, what
so like
crisps would you
one
buy?
single packet.
One packet. I mean, I don't want a big sitting watching a film or having a
Aye.
big meal. Just a
Aye,
crisp.
so
Because I'm not a big crisp buddy. I'm a chocolate guy, but
I'm both.
aye.
But I'm pretty aye. My Doritos, man.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't buy a single packet. So
Right.
was it? So this is I'm maybe get slaughtered for this, man. But see, no,
Skip.
the best thing. No, relax. See if you're buying a meal deal or something. Is that what you're talking? That kind
Aye,
of
that's
territory.
fine, aye.
Cheese and onion baked, mate. Walkers.
Wow.
I like it, mate.
Not a problem.
And but so I'm.
Not a problem.
But if you were asking me what I would be sitting in the house eating, it'd be something different.
Right. All right.
So what about you?
The spicy biker.
You're just doing that to score points, man.
Score points with who?
Tuck shop crisp.
That and an Astro belt. Right. All roads lead to Killie. Let's go.
But what about if you're sitting in the house? What would you eat?
Again, we don't really. I don't get the chance at crisps. My wife and my daughter love crisps, so whenever there's crisps, they're into like paprika,
Oh, I love that.
Hingby Hings, for Marks and Spencer,
Aye.
posh crisps.
See, you're trying to score points again. Is
But that's all for me. I'm a spicy bikers. Or a beef space raider?
Aye, beef space raiders.
Unbelievable.
To be fair, mate. Beef space raiders.
Right, all roads lead to Killie. We're trying to raise a wee bit extra money for the food bank, everybody, so I appreciate all the support with that. And we're doing that with this wee game for everyone. We put £1 in, and we'll hand it over at Christmas or at the end of the season.
So, player number 1 we have here: Cardiff, Grimsby, Aberdeen, St Mirren, Kilmarnock. And then I can give the clubs after. So Cardiff, Grimsby, Aberdeen, St Mirren, Kilmarnock. St Mirren on loan for Aberdeen.
Jeez. Who, give me that after. Sorry.
You want me to give the era? So he played with Killie from 2014 to 2016.
2014 to 16, Grimsby, Cardiff, Grimsby.
So you will know more for his time at Aberdeen.
2014 to 2016. Can Alan Johnston and Lee Clark?
Yeah,
zone.
Aye, exactly. It's exactly the range we're looking at.
Played with Aberdeen. Who did he go to after us?
Charlton.
Back down south. Oh, it's Josh McGuinness.
Yes, I was got to,
There it is.
I was got to Henry Sellers.
It's Big Josh.
And he goes, a clue, you live there.
I'll give you a clue. You live there. Right, aye, Big Josh.
He's sitting at the table with us there. That's
Excellent.
my inspiration, so well done. The next player, we have Bolton, Crewe, Forest Green Rovers, Coventry, Bury, Stevenage, Forest Green Rovers, Kilmarnock. In the era was Championship and beyond. And they're missing a really...
Can I ask one question? Are they missing the academy that came through?
Yes, exactly.
It's Chris Maldini Stokes.
Stokesy, man, that's it.
What a player.
So he's went on to play with Morecambe Barrow and AFC Fildy or something.
Failed.
Fildy.
One of the failed coast.
There you go.
Championship winning trophy. He won the trophy. He's a hero.
Mate, he lofted
that
his
up.
mural will be there next,
Aye.
man.
Aye, Stokesy. Okay.
The last player who I actually kind of forget who it is myself, man. I need to go and look it up. But the last time I can check, because I've only taken a screenshot of the teams. Bolton, Crewe, Forest Green Rovers. Oh no, wait, that's
Stokesy again.
Aye, it is.
This is why you don't get professionalism like this on other podcasts.
Sorry, I've screenshotted that twice. Wait till I get back on it. I thought I got the third player. I'll just need to think of something.
Just fill the dead air.
I know.
Well, the good thing is we've got a camera, so whilst Cal looks that up, what I'm going to do for you is the Billy Mehmet celebration dance.
It's there, man.
Right, just waiting on Cal coming
in.
It's actually still me. It's no Billy Mehmet. I know you might think it is. Nearly there, mate.
I've got a player.
There we go. Right.
You'll do well to get this. Don't know why that's screenshotted twice. That just shows you how forgettable the last guy would have been.
Right.
Sunderland, Gateshead, Carlisle, Kilmarnock, and Lee Clark signing. So one of the 30 signings.
Sunderland, Gateshead,
and he's still playing the now with South Shields.
Sunderland, Gateshead. Who did they go to after us?
Coleraine, Swindon, Salford, Chorley, Chesterfield, Hartlepool.
Well, I'm really struggling here, man. Martin Smith.
Was actually? I genuinely. Yeah. Well done, hey.
Cheers, man.
Aye.
That was a stab in the dark, and I got it right.
And you saved us.
Excellent,
I
right.
honestly get no idea who that third player was.
£3, right. Been there somewhere.
Been the wiki.
You fancy Scotland this weekend?
I'm kind of fell out of love with them.
Oh, have you?
Man. Aye. Oh, I've got the third player thing.
Right.
You actually even get it.
Aye, on you go, might as well, before we wrap it up.
Aye, that's right. I don't know why this didn't go. Wimbledon, couple of loan deals to like Maidstone United and all that. Inverness, Hamilton, Mob for Bulgaria, Kilmarnock.
George Oakley.
Yes, it is, mate. Well done, £4. Easy.
Bop it, mate. Best.
How did you get that right, mate? The best
loan striker
performance I've ever seen. And who else did that? And Flecky text me at the weekend to... Who else was arriving up at that day? Lewis Smith.
Aye, okay, and then he had very good for Livingston.
Lucky at him now, man.
I'm going flying. You can spot a player.
Can.
Right, okay, everybody. So I'm not sure what we'll do next week. Whether we'll do a podcast or not, because there's no game to review. But we'll wait and see.
Oh, maybe look at try to get a guest on.
Aye.
Or another face, man.
Something different, but aye, let's hope by the time you hear this we've got some exciting signing in. That would be great, but otherwise, aye, it's time to take a wee pause. The start of the season is now officially over. We're into the September months and all that. The nights are drawing in. Your favourite time of year?
That is, mate. Can't wait November time, man.
Aye, be great. So aye, cheers for sticking with us, and we'll be back very soon with more Killie chat.
Look forward to it.
Alright, see you later.